Camillo and Nathan Kreiser back-to-back in the round of 16 quarterfinals. Did lose the semifinal to Rossi Bruno before he came back and finished third in that bracket.
So we're going to move up to 66 kilos. Going to be Gabriel Grahek taking on Colton Orrino. Now Grahek's going to be in the red singlet, Orrino in the blue. This is, again, 66 kilo, round of 16 matchup. Winner will get the winner, Freddie Stroker, Samuel Crane. And I believe that's going on mat 3 right now.
Yes, they're headed to the break with Stroker up 4-2 in that bout.
Yeah, and actually, I believe noted earlier, interesting matchup up at the top. Rutherford and Thompson at this weight class. Rutherford going to be one of the top college guys. Thompson, one of the top high school guys going into college, UNI next year. So some interesting matchups, especially in the junior division. I like, you see a lot of college guys and a lot of high school guys. It's a good mix to see the future versus the present.
Top to bottom in that 66 kilogram bracket, it is loaded. Kolodzik, Zanetta, Thompson, Rutherford. That's a top. Those are 4 in that round of 16, all in that top quarter. You have Ashnault and Joseph, first round matchup. Incredible first round. We highlighted that as probably the best matchup of the first round. Ashnault being an All-American this year. Vincenzo Joseph placed at Fargo. He was your Fargo runner-up, lost to Isaiah White in the finals last year. Really had a breakout year this year that he, you know, unbelievable the growth that he had. As we talk about that, we are underway here. On mat 2, 66 kilograms, Orrino and Grahek.
It looks like we had the singlet colors mixed up there, so we got it flipped on your screen. Orrino is going to be in the red, Grahek in the blue. And I can just get a good sense this is going to be a high-paced match early on. It seems like the guys, you know, right out of the gate are looking to push the pace a little bit, and you see Orrino's pressuring forward in this over-under position. Drag attempt there from Grahek. Switches position on the mat, and now Orrino circles to the center. Grahek getting some good pops to the face there, and I believe he's going to be warned for that passivity. About 45 seconds in, you know, that's typically where we see the first passivity. Right off the gate, Orrino, though, high C, elevates it to the single leg. He's trying to trip her on the backside, switches to the double, back to the single. Doing a good job fighting here is Grahek. Big toss attempt there for Orrino. He's going to get caught on his back and give up 4, I believe. We'll see what.
Two in the center, 2 confirmed across.
2 confirmed.
And it was his action that he got taken to his back. That's why it's the 4, not the 2.
Yeah, that's an important distinction in the international styles. Who initiates the action, but also if you're the defensive man and you want to get the 4, you got to stop the action and change directions.
Yes.
You know, that's what they talk about a lot is direction change, a distinct pause and a change in direction. So
everybody, you know, especially folks down mind, you see, oh, that's feet to back. That should be 4. And then you see different paddles going up. That direction change that you talked about.
And Grahek, he uses that overhook. Again, almost same position on the mat. Seems like he's pressuring Orrino with that overhook and able to capitalize off that position when he doesn't look necessarily in the best position. And he's got a 3-0 lead, just about a minute left, minute 15 left here in this first period.
Working the 2-on-1.
Yep, that's good. It's going to be passivity on Orrino, so we've got 1 apiece.
Both guys will go on the shot clock. Keep an eye on the clock. They will not call it in the last 30 seconds. You don't have that 30-second shot clock. You're not going to get put on it.
And same scenario. This is the 3rd time we've seen that. Orrino charges in with the underhook, and it's almost the exact same spot on the mat, mind you. Grahek, overhook. Just tosses him right out of bounds.
And 1 point on the step out, something you don't see in folk style wrestling. Remember, when there's a distinction now between the push out and the step out. So the terminology, step out is going to score that 1 point. The push out is you cannot just push the guy off the mat. It has to be some type of attacking maneuver technique.
Right, that's an important distinction. And, you know, still a little bit blurry in my mind as far as seeing how it's being called. But hopefully we get a good distinction this weekend. You know, we see it Greco more so than freestyles, where you see the straight push, as they like to call it.
And there, that one, Orrino did step out. They were down the mat, white paddled. No points as we head back to the center.
At 66 kilos from the Scarlet Knights Wrestling Club, Anthony Ashnot. And from the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club, Vincenzo Joseph.
Time ticks down in the first. It's going to be 4-0. Gabriel Grahek leads Colton Orrino as they head to the corners. And, you know, one thing I'm noticing, Orrino is taking ground on the mat. Grahek is allowing him to get his hooks and pressure into him. I noticed there right at the end that Grahek's almost in the zone when they're wrestling, and he's using that to his advantage, the momentum against Orrino to get those push-outs. So, I mean, it's an interesting strategy.
And it's a situation where Orrino, in folk style mind, you know, it looks like he has good position, and he's set up to score where freestyle it's going against him.
Right. I mean, that's just playing the game, as a lot of people like to put it, playing the edge of the mat and using that to your advantage. And we're back to action here. 66 kilo round of 16 matchup. Now Grahek, yeah, he's pushing that 2-on-1 all over the mat now. Now it's him controlling the center.
And this is where the second underhook came from. It was that 2-on-1. He slid it out into the underhook. There's another step out.
Yeah, Grahek, I mean, I think it comes down to just body position, body awareness, and he knows when they're at the edge and when to push. I don't believe there's been a takedown yet in this match. I mean, the only points we've seen scored to 2 is that throw attempt from Orrino, and besides that, it's been all push-outs. Excuse me, step-outs. I'm going to mess that up quite a bit this weekend.
And that's, you know, the terminology whenever that point first came in, everything was just called a push-out. Now they're trying to get that distinction between a step-out and a push-out.
I think you're exactly right, and I talked to some of the officials about that. They said try to call it a step-out, not a push-out, because the push-out implies the no points awarded.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
going out of bounds.
Not an offensive action. You're just trying to push the guy out of bounds, which they don't want to turn it into a sumo. They want you attacking with scoring techniques, and if that scoring technique takes you out of bounds, that's when you're going to get the step out.
Yep. And again, Grahek with the overhook, just uses his hips, pops him right out of bounds, and takes a 6-0 lead. I mean, for not having a takedown, he's controlling this match pretty well.
Joseph with the first 2 points on mat 3.
There we got a takedown by Orrino.
Yeah, he's working on a lace here, trying to transition, but it doesn't look like he's going to get much going here. And mat official was asking for fleeing the mat, and you saw that Grahek, you know, sort of dove out of bounds there, circled in late, but you really got to be careful when you're on the edge of the mat, especially if you're in parterre position. You definitely don't want the officials on your back, is what I'm getting at, because you want to take control of your own destiny here. As we've got world team spots on the line today, and it's big stuff today, big stuff. Going to be some excellent wrestling, and 45 seconds left in this one. Gabriel Grahek really controlling things, even though giving up that last takedown about 20 seconds ago. Back to the over-under spot, close to the edge. And Orrino going to step out once more. Grahek takes a 5-point advantage with 34 seconds left. He's going to look to play defense now. Stay solid, not give up the big move. I thought maybe for a second Orrino was going to come to that body lock on that last exchange, but he's going to give up the takedown here, 9-2. And Grahek puts a stamp on this one.
And he's going to be moving on. He will meet Freddie Shurker. Shurker, we said, was up 4-0 at the break. He finished that off 8-2. That's going to be your quarterfinal in the bottom quarter of the top half. Zane Rutherford looms at the top. Kolodzik and Zanetta just finished up on 1. And the bottom half right now, one of our premier matches, Joseph on mat 3 leads 4-0 over Ashnault.
And there you have it. Gabriel Grahek advances 11-2. And a match I'm interested in going on, Matt.